Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dimmitt Chevrolet because guess what? We have one bad boy of a Chevrolet Silverado. This truck started off life as a Chevrolet Silverado RST with the Z71 off-road package, but now it has been customized, modified, and everything else by a company known as Sherrod. Sherrod is based out of Georgia, so just north of where I'm located here in Clearwater, Florida. But what Sherrod has done is they've built a custom truck called the Eclipse, and they used the Silverado RST as a perfect palette to start from to build that. The one thing that I have immediately taken a liking to with this truck, it's not just a lift and that's it. They've done a lot of different things, including some changes to the interior, which we don't see a lot of that from the custom truck scene. But really, especially here in Florida, this scene is ultra hot, and this truck is ready to go up against some of the other big names from SCA, Roush, and everybody else. So let's go ahead, dive into this 2020 Sherrod Eclipse. Right off the bat, I love the color combo. I love this red, blacked out grille. You can see the faux carbon fiber design inside the headlight housing. Really great look. There was a lot of controversy at the beginning of production for the 2020 Silverado with this transformer-like look to it, but it's starting to grow on me. These functional air ducts are going to help channel the air down the side, coming across that massive grille. I like the way Chevrolet brought the color into the center section. Blacked out bow tie goes great with the blacked out grille. As we drop down, we have some nice flat black, massive tow hooks, some fog lamps, and then guess what? You have a Sherrod General Motors specific lift. I even like the way that they take all the extra bracing and whatnot and color match it to the truck. So if this truck was blue, that piece from RC is gonna also be blue. So nicely done there. Let's go ahead, pop up onto the hood. The hood is stock. So that is one place I think a missed opportunity for Sherrod to change up the hood for this Eclipse, but still very muscular, very masculine. You can just see the height of this truck is just out of control. Now coming to the side, black fender flares. These are more of a traditional setup. They're bolt-on from Sherrod, and they go around the whole round opening. Now that was something new for 2020, remember, is for the Silverado, we do have round fender openings. Now when it comes to the wheel and tire setup, you are looking at these fuel 22-inch wheels, flat black, multiple spokes. I like the way they did not use a caliper cover. You know, a lot of companies are using aluminum brake caliper covers. I'm glad they just left the calipers right there, nice flat black. You can see that we're using those Toyo all open country off-road tires. This is a 35-inch spec tire, so you're definitely gonna get that off-road capability. I'm gonna have Tom kind of show off the suspension inner bits. Remember, this 6-inch lift, you're gonna also get durable extended front knuckles, strut spacers, and custom billet CV axle spacers as well. So they made sure that this build was done right at their factory in Georgia. Like the flat black Z71 badge, and then as we come down the side, a little bit of chrome. This is an area I wish they would have blacked this out because there doesn't seem to be much chrome on this truck. So a little bit of chrome. I'm personally gonna zonk it, but I'm glad that it's not just the regular flat black plastic. I like the way that they have unique Eclipse edition badging. You're gonna get those structurally rigid running boards. They don't go up into the chassis. They're not retractable or anything like that, but you're definitely gonna want this with this high lift. Color match door handles. Remember, for 2020, these doors, all swinging metal, is aluminum. That's gonna save you about 250 pounds, including the tailgate. As we keep working our way back, I like the way the running boards extend all the way to the bed. That'll allow you to use this portion as access to get in and out. We get to the rear. Now, when we're talking about the suspension, we're using N3 nitrogen-filled shock absorbers. We could take another look at those 22-inch wheels. Very distinctive look. As we go down the back of the bed, the rear fender flares, and then you're gonna get that flat black Eclipse Sherrod badging on the side. Nothing too obnoxious, nothing too gaudy. I think it's tasteful. We get to the rear, blacked out badging. We have another Eclipse badge. Of course, this thing with the Z71 package is full tow capable. You're gonna have those brackets to help drop the differential. I like the way that they painted the exhaust outlets flat black. And then when it comes to the actual bed, we hit the release, nice soft release. And then for 2020, the way that they assemble the bed, it actually is now wider with more interior space. You have LED lighting, you have that power sliding rear window, of course the bed liner, and then look at this. This one has it. We do have full power source in the bed of the truck. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood of this Eclipse and see what's powering it. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on this beast. Underneath that hood is the 5.3 liter Vortec V8 that is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 355 horsepower. Now, the bad news is they don't do any modifications to the engine. The good news is that this does have the Flowmaster exhaust installed and those nicely painted black tips. That's going to give us a little bit more deeper rumble from the Flowmaster exhaust. I would have liked to see maybe some long tube headers and a tune to boost the performance. I know a lot of you are disappointed. You wanted to see the 6.2. Obviously, they're trying to keep it at a certain price point. You can go 6.2, but definitely that's going to drive up the price. But let's go ahead, fire up this 2020 Eclipse and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2020 Sherrod Eclipse. I know you're probably asking yourself, you're at that point, you're like, Joe, this thing is pretty mean looking. How much is it? MSRP from Sherrod, the way that you see it, is around $72,000. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, on the door panels, it's nothing but standard Chevrolet Silverado. You have that armrest that's as hard as a rock. You have that faux wood going on the door handle to pull the door shut. And then at the top of the door panel, you have soft material and some simulated stitching, and that very, very large cubby area down there for a supersized Slurpee, a supersized Big Gulp, and about 10 king-size Snickers. This one does have the Bose sound system. Soft material here, still hard as a rock up top. You got your 2 glove boxes, and then you have your infotainment system, which is still that same basic layout. Now, I do like the way they brought in the gloss black. I'm confused, though. What do they want? Do they want gloss black or do they want faux wood? Because gloss black here, faux wood on the doors, and I'll show you some other places. This one has the custom Sherrod air freshener. This will allow your truck to smell just like the factory in Georgia. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is really nice. Very easy to use. I love the swipe feature to it. The trailering option is really nice for when you're going through your different settings and whatnot. You can do the light test and all that great stuff. Very easy to navigate, very quick responding. There's only one fake button here, one dead button, and it's right here in the center. Other than that, everything works perfectly great. You got your dual climate AC, heated seats but no ventilated seats. That's a zonk for me. You got your toggle switches for all your different functions. And then, of course, you're going to get home power source, 12-volt, USB, USB-C, no wireless charging, though. So that's a zonk at 72 grand, and no custom lid. I think Sherrod should have made a nice custom lid. Here's what I'm talking about. You have the faux wood like you did on the door. I do like these side pockets. Side pockets are great for pencils, pens, markers, highlighters, sticks of wood, packs of gum, even whiteout. That's nice, but what does it want it to be? Do you want it to be gloss black, or do you want it to be wood, or do you want it to be shiny chrome? You do have 2 cup holders. Here is your standard Chevrolet key fob that you get with your Sherrod Eclipse, so nothing fancy there. And then I do like the black trim around the cup holders. The same style, soft armrest. I'm so confused about this area though. Why would I want to put my phone here? It's just gonna fly out. Open it up though, you do get a custom gun safe that is lockable with a key and more connectivity. USB, USB-C, and aux jack. Close it up, and guess what? They did something to the seats. A little bit of embroidery. I love this stitch work going on that they changed up Sherrod. Same overall seat though. And the real bummer is, in the zonk, on the seat side is going to be that the passenger is manual while the driver is full electric. But speaking about the driver, which is me, why don't we check out the business end behind the wheel? All right, guys, business end. You can see the height of this beast is unbelievable. Like I said, for the driver, you did get full power assist, but here's a missed opportunity. Where's my Sherrod Eclipse sill panel down here? That's going to be a zonk. Another zonk is the same stock steering wheel. And here's what I'm telling you about. Here's the silver. What does it want? Does it want to be silver? Do you want wood grain or do you want black? It looks like you get variety, which I guess variety is the spice of life. This one with the Z71 package obviously is 4x4. And I do like the way Chevrolet has the push button 4x4 system. Very easy to get to. They even change out the trim around the gloss black. You do get, though, stock steering wheel, but you get the Sherrod sticker. So that's worth its weight in gold, I think. Another thing is that this thing has been fully aligned and everything by Rough Country. So all that suspension work that was done, like I showed you up front, they did a full four-wheel alignment. The speedometer's been calibrated and everything else. Speaking of speedometer, everything is stock Chevrolet Silverado. So that, to me, is another missed opportunity by Sherrod to change up the instrumentation. But very clean, very crisp, very clear. Let's go ahead, though, check out the back seat and see how your passengers are going to be loving it being about 50 feet off the ground. All right, guys, backseat time. Any of these full-size trucks, it's bigger than a college dorm room back here, so you're going to get plenty of room. I do like the way they got the same stitch work on the back seats as the front, and I also love how General Motors came up with a great idea to make that a storage space in the back of the seat. You could hide all sorts of things back there. Armrests, got to pull on it a little bit, but you know what? Large and in charge. 2 cup holders. You got that power sliding rear glass window. Other than that, it's kind of plain Jane Silverado. You got your 2 standard AC vents, a USB-C, USB, and a 12 volt, which is nice to see, and 2 cup holders. Tons of room. I think another missed opportunity, though, is some type of sunroof in here. But why don't we go ahead and get to the best part? Let's take this street beast for a spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Dimmitt Chevrolet. We're in the Sherrod Eclipse on throttle at 8-speed automatic. I like the sound of the V8 with that Flowmaster exhaust, and you know what? Sitting up this high, you are king of the road. You really, really are. And that's the thing that's nice about this, is that, yes, you can buy a Silverado and you can do everything that this truck has had done to it yourself. But there are some people out there that either A, they don't know how to modify a truck, B, they don't want to get a stock truck that's just been modified. They want something that has that little extra something special. And I think with the Sherrod Eclipse, it's turnkey, it's ready to rock and roll, everything's covered under warranty, and you're good to go. Looking out over the massive hood is a piece of cake with the clear visibility and just a very, very smooth driving truck, even with the 22-inch wheels and those off-road tires. Now, the tires are a little noisier, but it's like one of those things that, listen, you put up with it. You want to have a nice lifted truck, and off-road tires, they do create a little bit more road noise than your stock tire setup on a Silverado RST. The one thing that's still bothering me, especially now that I'm sitting in here driving, is all the different materials. The silver, the gloss black, and the fake wood. Pick one and go with it. I wish they would have done that. It just would have been a lot more cohesive and just a cleaner setup overall. But really, just driving on the road, I mean, people are gonna see it coming. And that definitely is a good thing, because this truck just owns the road. But very, very smooth. You got those nitrogen-filled shock absorbers. Really makes it for a nice ride. Let's see how she handles on the brakes. Remember, those calipers have been powder-coated, heat-resistant paint. They look good. They function well on throttle. The great news about this truck is that it's not super floaty and you feel secure to the road. Now, is it a corner carver? No. This is an off-road truck, but still quite capable where you're not bouncing all over the place as you're driving down the road. That's the nice thing about this setup. Everything else interior-wise is Chevrolet. So That infotainment system, it's easy to get to. It is clear to see. It's just a little dated. This whole center stack area where the screen is and everything is just very dated. And I wish that Sherrod would have done something to the instrumentation. Just would have brought it up to a nicer level. But very smooth, very capable, and very unique. If you want a truck that's gonna stand out, this thing stands out like a sore thumb. And with that V8 grumble coming from the Flowmaster exhaust, look at this, it actually handles great, look at that. Very nice. Nice grumble. The bark matches the bite, and I like that about this truck. I guess the only thing that I would like to add is the 6.2 liter, 420 horsepower. But overall, I think a package that if somebody's looking for something different and they're willing to spend the money, hey, here is an option for you. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this Sherrod Eclipse review up. So I will see you back at Dimmitt Chevrolet in a split second. All right, guys, it's been an incredible day here at Dimmitt Chevrolet. Definitely gotta thank Raheel and the rest of the crew for getting us access to these custom trucks. Dimmitt Chevrolet is a fully authorized dealer and distributor of these Sherrod Eclipse trucks, along with other brands as well. So definitely check out their website, because I'm telling you, some of these trucks are just mind-blowing what they're doing to them to make them go from mile to wow. But if it's trucks like these you want to keep seeing on the channel, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rise merch. Got to give it out to Big Guns McGee, Tom Moschner. He met his match. His arms are big, but the wheel and tire setup is even bigger on this Sherrod. So thank you, Tom, for trying to take on this truck. I think you pulled it off. So thank you. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.